Hi folks, welcome back to the Carlos Cruz Show. I have some interesting news, a little disturbing, but also hopeful as well. Just recently, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. This was in December of last year. I was in the hospital for like a week. So I have type 2 diabetes. So what does that mean? People hear type 1, they hear type 2. Type 1 diabetes is when your body cannot produce enough insulin at all. I mean, it doesn't produce any insulin at all. That's type 1 diabetes. Usually that's genetic. Some people are born that way. And the insulin producing cells have been attacked. This is an autoimmune condition. So for type 2 diabetes, it's not an autoimmune condition. The body just doesn't produce enough insulin. Type 1 diabetes, for people who have diabetes, affects about 8% of people. Type 2 diabetes, the people that have type 2 diabetes, it affects about 90% of people that living with, with diabetes. Some symptoms are dry mouth, constant urination, rapid weight loss or rapid weight gain. I just want to let you know that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not trying to give you medical advice. I'm just sort of telling you what diabetes is, because I have the disease myself. So just so take that in mind. I'm not, trying to give you that advice. So the information that I'm giving you right now is verified with the CDC, HHS, and you can, Google it. So these are the symptoms. I mean, a person that has type 2 diabetes can actually be fairly thin. However, if the doctor diagnoses you as pre-diabetes, please take that seriously. Some of the things you can do is eat quinoa, limit your sugars, get a lot of exercise, drink a lot of water, limit your processed foods. It's very, very important. Be very decisive when it comes to types of meat. Type 2 diabetes, the best meat for type 2 diabetes is like fish, seafoods, things like that. Lamb, not beef or pork. Eat lots of greens. For example, in the morning, this morning I ate like eggs, with spinach in it. Had some water, some toast. Every day I eat vegetables. Every day I eat greens. I take vitamins. Of course, I take my insulin twice a day. There was a time recently where my insulin levels, my blood sugar level dropped below 60. You don't want to do that because I was taking too much insulin. So I had to adjust my insulin. Okay, so that, that will happen. You have to figure out, where your body needs it. I have something called Freestyle. It's a device that you put on your arm, and it attaches to your skin, has a little needle in there, and it sends blood sugar readings to an app where you can get like a reader, but I use an app, the Freestyle app, and it lets me know where my sugar levels are throughout the day. And if it gets too low, like once it's like 70, it sets up an alarm. When my blood sugar got super low because I was taking too much insulin, you would hear like a beep, 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 beep. and it kind of woke me up, and so I dealt with that. So I had to keep adjusting my my dosages to see what the right dosage is. So that might happen. You're constantly sort of worried about your, your diet, more so than if you didn't have the disease. But diet is very, 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 important. Take care of your health, exercise. Also, another important thing to do if you have diabetes is work out your legs, because you could get like swollen leg syndromes and circulation issues because of it. And if that happens, you have to wear like compression socks that go up to the knee, which is very, very important. And also, when you go to the gym, work your legs, work your quadriceps, work your calves. Leg work is very, very important. I was never a leg man in the gym, but now I work my legs every day. And there's exercises you can do, like you can stand at a standing desk and just lift your, lift your heels up, or be on your toes multiple times. Take walks, lifting your legs. I have a soccer ball that I use. I kick around, So I want to give you that. I am hopeful, and I pray for everyone that does have this disease, whether it be type 1 or type 2. Some people may be walking around and have diabetes. There are people like that, and they just don't know. Here's the thing: salt addiction, sugar addiction. These are things that are very, very prevalent in the food addiction world. So your addiction to certain types of substances, as far as foods, I'm not talking about drugs like sugar and salt. It can be so bad. You can tell a person, hey, this is what you need to do with your health. And the addiction part of that is so bad that the person, they won't listen to you because they receive sort of great endorphins when they take that sugar, they take that salt. It makes them feel good. So it's so bad that they'll ignore you because of that sugar addiction, that salt addiction sort of gets a hold of them, and they don't care about their appearance. They could be super overweight, whatever the case may be, and think there's nothing to do about it. It's that's part of the whole diabetes quirk with some people. I'm not talking about the cases where people who are thin. These are people who are obese, because you can have type 2 diabetes and be obese. You can have type 2 diabetes and be thin and look relatively healthy. But number one thing is care about yourself. Care about yourself. Really look into that, and get checked. If you have if you've been diagnosed as pre-diabetic, just take care of that so it doesn't go full-blown diabetes, because you don't want to take needles, insulin like I do. I have to do that twice a day. It's no fun. I wish everyone the best. Be safe, and I wish everyone a prosperous year. Pray for me, and I'll pray for you. Let's get through this year together.